Well, we've made it. We've made it to the Easter holiday. It's been a really tough term since January and since we went back into lockdown. Firstly, I just want to say a massive thank you to everybody for their continued support and their kind words for everything that we've done here in Dunoon Grammar School. Secondly, I want to thank all of the staff in the grammar school who have done a magnificent job. They've gone above and beyond the call of duty and the lessons that they've been delivering and the inputs they've been delivering, and I'm sure you'll agree have been amazing, and I'm sure you'll join me in thanking them for all their efforts. Also want to thank all of our young people for their continued support and the amount of effort that they've put in during this difficult time. It's a very stressful time, particularly for our senior pupils, but yet again, Dunoon Grammar School young people have been a credit to themselves, their families and the community. And finally, a big thank you to all the parents and carers for your continued support. I really do appreciate it. It's not easy, we've made mistakes along the way and we've learned from these mistakes, but your continued support and feedback has been very much valued by myself and all my colleagues. So we're now, as I say, made the Easter holidays. I want to speak to you this week regarding our return, our full return, which is anticipated from Monday the 19th of April, and also a little bit about our senior options. So our full return, it's anticipated that we will all be back in school from Monday the 19th of April, hopefully with no social distancing, which means we can get all our young people back to class as normal. We will be following the same timetable as we had before the Christmas break, which will have staggered breaks and lunch times for our young people, so that the forum isn't too busy during breaks and lunch times. Again, young people will be reminded of that when they come back to school. When you return to school, the young people should be returning in full school uniform. Okay, we've had a bit of a relaxed time the last 3 or 4 weeks, but we want our young people back looking as smart as they normally would in full school uniform. And our school uniform shop will be open during the Easter break, should you wish to come in. And again, there's information on our website and the Facebook page regarding that. S1 and S3 young people should attend their house class on the 19th of April. Straight away, that's where they'll go. When the bell goes, they'll go directly to their house class. Our S4 to S6 young people will be involved in Assessment Window 1, and information has been issued about that to the pupils, but it's also been issued out to parents and carers as part of our SQA update that you received. And again, you can find information about the assessment windows on our website or on our Facebook pages. Testing, obviously we continue to encourage all our young people to be testing. S4 to S6 are now used to it. As of Monday the 19th of April, our S1 to S3 young people will be given the opportunity to test, and we thoroughly encourage you to take part in that testing, even though it is voluntary. A letter has been sent out to all parents and carers, and there's a link on there for you to sign a consent form. If you get that back to us, it allows us then to issue the kits to our young people on the return to school. As I said, lunch times will be staggered, and the reason we're doing that is to ensure that we're keeping the numbers in the forum down to minimum, and it also allows us to tackle some of the issues regarding tables, which a lot of parents have brought up, that there isn't enough seating areas for the young people. So we've kept those staggered breaks in, and again, that's the reason behind that. When we return, we'll continue to follow all the safety guidance that has been issued by the government and by the council. So when young people enter the building, they'll hand sanitise their hands. They'll also do that before they go into every classroom and as they exit every classroom. They'll be asked to continue to hand sanitise their hands before they go and collect any food or refreshments from the canteen. And again, as they leave the forum going back to class, we'll make sure that their hands are as clean as possible, and we also encourage them to wash their hands as often as they can as well. Young people will also, it's a must, have to wear a face covering. Should they forget a face mask or a face covering, we have face masks in the school that we will issue them as they enter the building, but there is no argument about that. It is now guidance that all young people and staff in school must wear a face covering at all times unless they are eating. Again, when people are travelling on school transport, they should be wearing a face covering at all time. Again, that's another part of the guidance that has been issued. So we'll continue to follow all the guidance that has been issued. On the 6th of April, we hope that the announcement will be that social distancing won't have to take place when we return to school, and it's anticipated that's what the statement will say. So again, we won't have to worry about social distancing, and young people will be back in classes. They won't be in games halls and gyms for their learning. So again, really important that everyone stays safe. Finally, just about our return, we are holding our Easter school provision during the break for our senior young people, and the timetable has been issued out. Again, you can get a copy of that on our school Facebook page or our website, and it also explains if any of the inputs are on being delivered virtually. Majority are being delivered on in school. I thoroughly encourage as many young people to attend these as possible as they're preparing for the first assessment window. And again, you can also get some additional Easter school revision inputs from our friends at eSchool as well, which are delivered virtually. So that would just complement all of the work that's been done in the grammar school. We've also, for the first time ever, holding a Easter school for our broad general education young people, and again, information has been sent to parents and carers about that with a link on how to sign up. There are limited spaces, so it has been places have been allocated on a first come first served basis, so get in quickly in there so that you can get to take part in some of the fun activities such as outdoor learning and arts and crafts and mountain biking, etc. So we're really looking forward to seeing everybody on the 19th of April, and that's just a flavour of what's going to happen. The last thing I want to speak about is our senior option process. The form has been issued to our young people for you and your sons and daughters to have a discussion over the Easter break. Please do have a discussion about it. If you've got any questions about it or about the forum, drop an email to your head of house, your child's head of house, or the year head, Mr. Gallina or Mrs. Campbell, and they'll be able to help you. There are so many courses that we're going to be offering this year, a lot more than we have done in the past, so it's quite an exciting time for us. But please, if you have a question about any of the offers, do get in contact with a member of school staff. All S4 and S5 young people will receive an options interview week beginning the 26th of April with their head of house, and if as a parent you wish to attend those interviews, you can request to via your child's head of house, and we will ask you to join that meeting virtually through a Google Meet. Okay, and then all options should be completed by the 30th of April, and that will allow us then to go and work on our timetable ready for next session. And we will be changing the timetable on the 7th of June this year, which is a month later than we normally would, but as you can imagine, we've got to support our senior pupils and give them as much time as possible to achieve their potential before we submit the provisional awards to SQA. I want to wish you a fantastic holiday. Please make sure you relax, spend some quality family time together, get out, enjoy the great weather that hopefully we're going to get, and clear the heads. And I am so looking forward to welcoming the pupils and the staff back to our school, hopefully as normal, or as near to normal as possible on Monday the 19th of April. Have a great break.